July 3rd, 2026, Madison Square Garden. The most famous music venue on earth is not hosting a concert tonight. It's hosting a wedding, and the woman getting married inside grew up on a Christmas tree farm in Pennsylvania. Her family sold that farm when she was 13 years old. This is the story of what they bought with it. Before we go any further, I need you to understand something about Taylor Swift that most documentaries skip over. That number is what a man paid for every song she had written before she was 28 years old. He didn't negotiate with her. He didn't warn her. He didn't give her the option to bid. He just bought them. And when she tried to buy them back, she was handed a document. Sign this, they said. Never speak his name negatively again for the rest of your life. Her lawyers said they had never seen an NDA like that they were normally used to silence assault victims. She never signed it. What she did instead, I promise you, is one of the most remarkable things any artist has ever done. And it started on a Christmas tree farm in Pennsylvania. On this channel, we don't tell the version they put on the highlight reel. We told you about Oprah, raised on a dirt farm, told she was unemployable, built $3 billion. We told you about Jay-Z, crack corners in Brooklyn, no deal, started his own label from nothing. Every story on this channel starts the same way, not with the success, with what they had to survive first. Today, Taylor Swift. And I promise you, her survival story is more cinematic than anything she's put on a stage. December 13th, 1989, Reading, Pennsylvania. Taylor Allison Swift is born on 11 acres of Christmas trees. By 9, she's performing in community theater. By 11, she's decided music. By 12, she called Sony Music. She was 12 years old. They said no. She went back to her room and wrote more songs. At 13, her parents drove her to Nashville, not for a holiday, to knock on every door in Music Row. And every door said the same thing. We already have our teenage girl. But her mother noticed something in those meetings that changed the entire strategy. Andrea Swift, watching every rejection, realized the labels weren't saying no to Taylor's talent. They were saying they had no room for another artist who sounded like everyone else. Taylor needed something they couldn't replicate, so she went home and wrote songs that could only have come from her. At 14, Sony Music Publishing signed her. Not a record deal, a publishing deal. There's a difference. And what that difference cost her family, most people have never been told. Her parents sold it. The farm, packed the family, moved to Tennessee. Her father transferred offices. Her mother gave up what was left of her career. Her younger brother, Austin, 13 years old, left his entire life behind. The whole Swift family bet on Taylor. In June 2026, at her Songwriters Hall of Fame induction, Taylor Swift stood on a stage with tears running down her face and said, "It couldn't have been easy for my parents and my brother to just pick up and move our entire family from Pennsylvania to relocate to Nashville. But after it became obvious this was not even remotely a temporary phase, they uprooted their entire lives to move me to Music City."
And even the words are supposed to kind of be my thing.
A family that sold their home for a 13-year-old with 3 guitar chords and an idea. She meets Scott Borchetta, a man launching an independent label called Big Machine Records. First person in Nashville who doesn't want to change her. The lead single is Tim McGraw, written about a boyfriend she was leaving behind when she moved to Nashville. She wrote it in math class. It enters the Billboard Hot 100 at number 40. Then it climbs. Country radio, which had not been interested in a 16-year-old, starts playing it. Listeners call in to find out who's singing. Fearless, 2008, 4 Grammys, Album of the Year, age 19. She crosses from country to pop and takes the entire radio landscape with her. For 8 years, everything works. But there's one night that changes the story. And whether it's the worst thing that ever happened to her or the best is something I want you to decide. September 2009, MTV Video Music Awards. Taylor Swift wins Best Female Video. She walks to the stage. Kanye West walks onto the same stage, takes the microphone, and in front of millions of people. Tells a 19-year-old girl that she didn't deserve to win. She stood there, said nothing. The room went silent. Beyoncé, who Kanye claims should have won, looked visibly appalled. The world made her a victim that night, but the data told a different story. In the 6 months after that moment, her audience doubled. Not because she fought back, because she didn't. She went home and turned the humiliation into music. But if Kanye West was the first test, what came next was not a test. It was a war. Taylor Swift's deal with Big Machine Records ends. She leaves, signs with Republic Records, says all the right things publicly. Then on a Sunday in June 2019, she opens her phone and finds out that Scott Borchetta has sold Big Machine Records to a man named Scooter Braun for $300 million. Every master recording of every song she had written between the ages of 15 and 28. Love Story, Shake It Off, Blank Space, All Too Well, Fearless. All of it, now owned by someone she had never negotiated with. She wrote a Tumblr post the same day, called it her worst-case scenario. And inside that post, she revealed something the industry had been hiding. She had tried to buy her masters before Braun got them. Borchetta refused to show her the financial records unless she signed a document first, a non-disclosure agreement. That would silence her permanently. She could never speak Scooter Braun's name negatively again for the rest of her life. Her legal team told her they had never seen an NDA like it. That documents structured that way were normally used to silence assault victims. She never signed it. But here's the part of this story that almost nobody reported correctly. The offer Braun's team made her, that NDA, was not a legal requirement. It was a choice. They chose to put it in front of her, knowing exactly what it looked like, knowing she would write about it. So she did something nobody in music at her scale had ever attempted. She announced she would re-record every album, not because she had to, because if she made new recordings, the new masters would be hers. And then she asked every fan, every streaming platform, every brand in Hollywood to choose, use the originals and pay Scooter Braun, or use Taylor's version and pay Taylor Swift. TV shows relicensed, films relicensed, radio stations made the switch, one by one. The originals became the lesser version, not because of a court order, because of 300 million people who chose her side. But the war wasn't over, and the lowest point was still coming. The world locks down. And Taylor Swift finds herself in the middle of a war for her life's work, with nowhere to go. No tour, no stadium, no crowd, just her, a piano, a battle she didn't know would end. And what she created inside that silence, nobody expected. She recorded folklore, in secret, not pop, not country, something quieter, more honest. She released it with 11 hours of notice, then Evermore. 3 months later, then Fearless Taylor's version, then Red Taylor's version. 4 albums in 14 months, while fighting a business war during a global pandemic, without knowing if it would ever be enough. But then came March 2023, and everything that had been building for 8 years was about to break open. The Eras Tour, March 2023, 3.5 hours per night, 44 songs. Cities adjusted tourism forecasts around her arrival. The U.S. Federal Reserve mentioned her in its economic reports, the highest grossing music tour in the history of recorded live performance, not of her generation, of all time. But the number that will stay with you isn't the $1 billion. It's the number she paid 5 months after the tour ended, May 30th, 2025. Taylor Swift knocked on a door. Travis Kelce put his headset down. He thought something was wrong. She said, "I got all my music back." And she dropped to it, literally collapsed. She later said, "I dropped. I had no power in my legs to support myself. This changed my life. I can't believe it still." 6 years of war, 6 albums re-recorded, $360 million paid. And when it was over, she couldn't stand up. That's not a business story. That's what it costs when you refuse to let someone else own your life. June 2026. Songwriters Hall of Fame. Youngest female artist in history to receive that honor. She thanked her parents. Thanked them for selling the farm. October 2025. The Life of a Showgirl. iHeartRadio Pop Album of the Year 2026. From the stage, she looked into the audience at Travis Kelce and said, "This album feels very happy and confident and free, because that's the way I get to feel every single day, because of my fiancée, who is here tonight." And then, the wedding. At Madison Square Garden. The girl nobody could stop, got married where nobody could miss it. There is something I keep thinking about. When Taylor Swift was 13 years old, her family sold the only home she had ever known. 11 acres of Christmas trees in Pennsylvania, gone. Because they believed in a teenager with a guitar and 3 chords. And in June of 2025, she paid $360 million to own every song she had written since she was 15. Here is what I want you to hold on to from this story: that farm. The money they got from selling that farm could not have bought those songs back. Nothing from the beginning of this story could have bought back what the end of it was worth. But without the beginning, there is no end. Without the farm being sold, there is no Sony publishing deal at 14. Without the Nashville rejection, she doesn't become the songwriter who can build a movement that makes Scooter Braun's purchase worthless. Without the war, she never discovers that her audience will choose her every single time. Every door that closed, every no she heard, every humiliation she absorbed in silence, was building the only version of Taylor Swift that could have survived what was coming. They sold that farm for her. She bought something bigger, and nobody can ever sell it again. Next time on Sammy's Atelier, she left Barbados with $800. She built a cosmetics line in 40 days that made $100 million. She is now worth $1.4 billion. The Rihanna story, the business blueprint behind the music career, is next. Subscribe. Turn on notifications. You won't want to miss this one. And if this story moved you, send it to someone who needs to hear it. The people who are told they're not enough sometimes need to see proof it works out anyway. This is Sammy's Atelier. Every story feels like a movie.
Success isn't magic. It's waking up again after disappointment. It's believing when the evidence says otherwise. It's taking one more step when the finish line is invisible. Every champion has scars, every winner has struggles, every icon has chapters most cheat will never heed. Oprah Winfrey turned her pain into power.